Welcome to CHMA Broadcasting from Sackville, New Brunswick, Canada. You are listening either on 106.9 FM in the Tantramar area or at www.chmafm.com.
Which is on the internet.
Beep boops, ones, zeros.
Which could be nuclear powered in our part of the world.
In what part of the world?
Our part of the world. Are we getting power fed to us from Point Lepreau?
Probably.
I didn't realize Point Lepreau is like the last operating nuclear power plant. Is it in the country?
I don't think in the country, but certainly
it's
in
not very many
maritimes.
Yeah.
Which blows my mind because like we're looking at clean energies.
Mm-hmm.
And I know.
Settle down. Sunday evening, people, they don't come here for this kind of talk.
I don't even think it's
mine was a casual remark. You're associating nuclear power with green power, and that is a controversial subject.
But
sir.
It's not.
Yep.
Anyway, it's really
somehow
not.
It is. Anyway, I was just pointing out that, like the internet is a new technology that's wild, and at one time everyone thought everything was going to be nuclear.
I say it wrong. Nuclear. I think
one of us pushing it.
Yeah, one of us is because it's nuclear or nuclear, and I always say nuclear, so it must be nuclear.
Man, there's a lot of syllables.
There's a couple syllables, and there's definitely at least two people screaming at us and being like having.
Both of our listeners are screaming at the radio.
They're both having flashbacks to 2002.
Woo! This is ground control at YMC Midgic Airport. You're joining myself, Air Traffic Controller Luke,
and I'm Air Traffic Controller Thomas. You can join us for the next hour as we watch the skies, listen to some tunes, chat, and we'll be done by.
Or you can not. You can shut off your radio now and enjoy an hour of quiet tranquility.
You really could. But Luke, I want to know what the weather's looking like.
The weather? Listen, all the snow's gone.
Yeah, it is. Currently, it's gone.
I am profoundly disappointed.
Yes.
Are we telling the people when this is?
Sure.
I know we're recording this show in a single take.
Yes,
this is an
we're trying.
Edit-free.
Edits.
We're trying to appease one of our listeners who was like, we want it live. We want the live feel.
So we're going for live.
But Sunday evening wasn't available. So this is pre-recorded live on Thursday evening.
In one take.
And as of today, it's like, as of right now, Thursday evening, it's like 10 degrees outside.
Yeah.
All my precious snow has melted.
Gone.
Away with my Christmas spirit, what little of it I had.
A man always full of Christmas spirit.
Yes.
Famously.
Yes. Described as overwhelmingly cheerful.
Oh,
by no one ever. So I'm pretty bummed. So I don't care what the weather says it's going to be this week. The snow is coming back.
It's coming back.
Whatever the meteorologists say, whatever. I see you pulling out that silly Farmer's Almanac.
I have it in my hand. Yes.
I don't care what it says either.
I know you don't, but I am going to read it.
The people don't care either. No one's tuning in Sunday evening to hear about the actual weather.
No, they're not. That's why I'm reading from
the almanac.
2025.
Fair enough.
True Farmer's Almanac.
Touche.
By Robert B. Thomas.
Carry on.
From the 15th to 24th. So coming up, we have sunny, then rain, and snow. Mild. That's what I have.
All right.
Sunny, then rain, and snow. Mild.
As long as the snow's coming after the rain.
The snow apparently is coming after the rain. We also have a little blast from the past from our farmer historian, Howard Thompson Truman, the Diaries of the Farmer Historian. We're looking at the 15th, 160 years ago, thawing with a gale from the southwest.
That was today. I don't actually know which way the wind was coming from.
But it was coming from a direction.
It was coming with authority.
It was probably coming from southwest.
Maybe. Well, it's coming from an unconventional direction. It's not where it usually came from.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah. Well, you were saying out behind the airport where there's not usually any sticks, branch stuff.
That's true. That's very true. I was saying that, wasn't I?
Yeah. That don't really happen. It's not like a traditional
from a different direction.
Northeastern.
That makes sense. Also, helping Hiram butcher a cow.
Oh. well, you gotta get that meat in the freezer for the winter.
Yeah, and I assume if you're helping here and butcher a cow, you will get some of the cow.
A little kickback.
Right, of course. If you need help butchering your cow,
don't call us.
I don't think we're going to be much help.
No.
Unfortunately, I would love to help. I wish I was skilled enough to help you.
Really?
Butcher a cow?
Okay.
Totally, because I don't think a zombie apocalypse is going to happen.
Yet.
A nuclear apocalypse, maybe. Who knows? 2025 is looking pretty crazy.
Okay.
But if one does happen, I would hope that I have the skills to survive.
Yes.
And I think butchering is
It always surprised me that there's no formal program in Canada.
Yeah, there's no Red Seal butcher.
That's it. And you just got to be confident enough with it and meet food safe standards and stuff. That's what I understand.
Yeah, there's not really an apprenticeship.
Many other countries in the world,
even the States. I know it is in the States as well. Yeah, I find it quite strange as well. Luckily, we do have East Meets West in town,
doing a bang up job.
Whose products I've had are very good, and from my understanding, they're kind of backed up with work pretty much constantly.
Yes, yeah.
With not only their own meats, but meats others bring in for them to butcher for them, especially during hunting seasons. Hey, shout out East Meets West. Hey, do you want to listen to a tune?
Yeah, man.
You gave me multiple CDs this week because specifically, I think it's important for our listeners to know. Okay. One of us, maybe two of us, don't particularly love Christmas music. And
they'll never know who that was based on our conversation 38 seconds ago.
Absolutely not. And one of us did put a stack of Christmas CDs, actually, just because it's Christmas, right?
But you know what I put on top of that stack?
Not Christmas.
A classic Trues cut.
That's actually what is on top, isn't it?
Yeah. So here's Not Ready to Go by the Trues.
What a banger.
As far as I know, but
here's the deal.
Yeah.
That's a toe tapper.
It is a toe tapper.
It's a banger.
It is a banger.
It slaps.
It does slap.
It's a jam.
It is a jam.
And when they put that out, they weren't a big band. Like, the
No,
Trues went on to some success.
They went on to quite a big success, I would say.
But when that hit the scene, that was it.
Yeah, so I did look it up while we were
listening to it.
So it was released in 2003. It was the second single from their debut album. It was the first song by an independent band to reach number one in Canadian radio chart history. And it was the most played song on Canadian rock radio in 2004. Platinum. It went platinum.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
because we've discussed this on the air before, how, like, you know, when I was a university age person in the Moncton area, they were coming through like every 3 months.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, yeah, you just went to the Trues. It was always a go.
And, you know, I'm sure if we saw the Trues today, it'd still probably be a pretty good show.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
Maybe better than it was then.
Maybe. Hey, you know what? They're older. They've been perfecting their craft over a decade longer. Why wouldn't it be? So we're looking at some news.
Okay.
No, we're not.
No, we're not?
Sports? I skipped one. And I can't go back and edit
both listeners are going to know.
Because I usually, if I do that, I go back and edit it out, but I'm not doing that this week.
Oh, here we go. What do you got in a world of sports?
Atlantic Slam.
Oh, is this wrestling?
No.
Is it slam poetry?
I wish. I wish I had.
Is it tennis like a grand slam?
No, good guess.
Is it skiing like a slam? That was a bit of a stretch.
No, there's one that's a lot less of a stretch where you do a something dunk into a net.
Oh, a slam dunk.
Yeah.
Oh, man, and that's like supposedly the sport I know the most about.
Yeah, I was trying to not lead you there. I thought you would get it, but then you went to skiing, and I was like,
where's he going with this?
So Atlantic Slam is run by On Ice Entertainment Limited out of Toronto. They're marketing a marketing events company. Essentially, once a year, either NCAA basketball comes to the Maritimes, be it a men's team or a women's team. This year, in partnership with the City of Moncton, On Ice Entertainment and the Big South Conference are having a single NCAA regular season game, Division I. So NCAA being...
Yes. What leads into March Madness? That's all I know.
Essentially,
it's college basketball, right?
It's college sports. So it's all college sports.
Right.
But yes, college basketball, and college basketball is huge in the States and in Canada as well, especially during March Madness. So they're having the Central Connecticut Blue Devils face off against the Northeastern Huskies at the Avenir Center, bringing you Division I college basketball. That's really the highest level of basketball under the NBA.
Okay.
The top college team.
Yep.
Yeah, it's coming to Atlantic, Canada. The game will be broadcast live on ESPN Plus as well.
It's coming to Halifax, presumably?
No, it's coming to Moncton.
Moncton?
Yeah.
Oh, the old Avenir Center?
We're coming to the Avenir Center. We're going to see really, really high-level basketball. This has happened every year, so it's coming again in 2025. I think you can start getting your tickets right now if you want to look into it. I'm excited because we've talked about them before. Basketball leagues kind of come and go here in the Maritimes.
The Magic, the Miracles, yes.
And all different leagues as well. Like we've had 3 or 4 professional or semi-professional basketball leagues sprout up in the Maritimes.
Yeah.
This isn't that. But I still just love seeing very high-level professional basketball coming to the Maritimes. It's awesome.
Sure. We already have world-class lacrosse.
Yes, we do. The highest level of field lacrosse in Canada. The MUFL, of course, we keep talking about. We also have high-level indoor lacrosse as well.
Okay.
You'll always see me rock my Thunderbirds gear.
Paraphernalia?
Yes. My Halifax Thunderbirds hat and sweater. Big fan. Saw them last year. They were awesome, by the way. They are out of Halifax, but here is some high-level Division I NCAA basketball coming to you in 2025. Big fan. Hey, you have another tune on. Well, you have two more tunes on here, actually, both Maritime Classics.
Maritime Classic. Yeah, I gotta check my cheat sheet to see what I put on there. I know I put a Plasket tune on because I felt we, like, last year we were consistent bringing Plasket to the people. You know, as if the people of Sackville haven't had Plasket brought before.
I don't know if they've had enough. I think like an apple a day.
Enough.
Right?
Yeah, you need a Plasket tune a week.
A Plasket,
just like we got to fill in the banjo tune and the occasional mandolin tune to keep the airport quota up.
Yeah,
you got to keep Plasket on rotation.
And sometimes we get mandolin and banjo in the Plasket tune.
Oh, that's what you call a triple threat.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway, this is Happens Now by Plasket, which I don't think is like one of the tunes people go to.
Oh, certainly not.
But it fits some spheres.
It's, well, a lot of Joel Plasket songs fit spheres. But here is Happen Now off of La Di Da. Great album, by the way.
Oh,
by
is it ever?
Joel Plasket.
Lean on in and let me bend your ear. I heard a little love would go a long way here. If I could, I'd get lost tonight in the deep dark woods under the neon light. When your light turned green and my lamp got lit, I made my first mistake, and man, I paid for it. What do you want me to do to make it happen now, happen now? What do you want me to do to make it happen now, happen now? All my life, man, I've been running scared. But when I turn around, I don't see nobody there. To be alone, to come undone, to be the one, to be with you. To be alone, to come undone, to be the one, to be with you. What do you want me to do to make it happen now, happen now? What do you want me to do to make it happen now, happen now? What do you want me to do to make it happen now, happen now? What do you want me to do to make it happen now, happen, happen now?
I was saying or began saying in the thing that you can tell that like you can place that Plaska tune based on the harmonies, and I'd kind of forgotten. I did put it in there to get banjo or mandolin. It was to fill our harmony quota.
I think there might have been a little mando in there.
Yeah, mando or high guitar.
I don't know. That's the thing. It's mixed well, but I think it might be a mando.
Maybe one of our two listeners is like an audiophile mandolin expert.
Totally. Or there's someone out there is like, it
I
is
played
a 12-string guitar. He's just got a capoed on F7. Hey, if you like really snobby stuff, I'm just kidding. Handel's Messiah is awesome. People do Handel Messiah literally all over the world this time of year. We have one here in town Wednesday, December 18th. We got Handel's Messiah experience like never before. Come hear this Christmas masterpiece pared down to fit into an intimate setting of the Mount Allison University
pared
Chapel.
Down from a regular orchestra.
Well, orchestra and massive choir. And
okay.
Yeah.
How many people in a regular orchestra?
Well,
sorry. Didn't realize
are we going orchestra? Are we going symphony? What are we going?
Symphony orchestra.
Symphony orchestra. Okay, we're looking at a symphony orchestra. A small one could be like 30 people, and a bigger one can be like, I don't know, 80 people. Okay. And then you have a big choir, especially in Handel's Messiah after that can be like 120 to more, right?
You could potentially have
200
people
easily.
making a
you
music.
Could for Handel's Messiah, you could easily have 200 people.
That's wild.
Yeah. So this is pared down.
How many people in a 200-person performance of Handel's Messiah were just like, you know what? I'm pretty good at maybe singing. Mm-hmm. I just want a really good seat to experience it. And I'm just going to sit there and kind of lip sync. But really, I'm.
You know what I'll say? MBYO like last year did like a big thing where they like wanted a choir and they played a bunch of Queen tunes.
I heard about this.
And I may or may not have pretended to be a teacher in a different province just to sing in it. Just to get like a good listen. Yeah. And it's funny because it's a different sound. You know, I was right behind the trombones and tuba, right? So I'm not hearing the full thing, but like, you know.
Kind of neat compared to being just in the crowd.
Yeah, totally.
All right. I mean, I asked the question. I'm not mad if you did it, you know?
Oh, 100%.
I'm not saying if I had musical skill enough to pass an audition.
It's really cute that you thought there was an audition for this thing. I just showed up. Ensemble SFEM teams up with Musique Royale and the Sackville Festival of Early Music to bring you this holiday tradition to Sackville. Witness this music of the season and warm up your voices to join in singing the Hallelujah chorus. You all know it. Hallelujah. You know, that one. You've heard it. You do know it. Come early and join the pre-concert talk, guaranteed to get you in the mood for the evening's proceedings.
What mood is that?
Joyful.
Oh, maybe I should look into
giving,
that.
You know, all of these things
festive?
that the Christmas season is for. Yeah, very festive. The concert's at 7 p.m. The pre-concert talk is at 6 p.m. Tickets are $35 for general admission, $20 for seniors, and $10 for students. Tickets will be available at the door, which opens at 5:30. General admission tickets can be purchased through Eventbrite up until the start of the event, or in cash at the door. Concessions for seniors and students, please self-identify, are only available at the door. Cash sales. This is Wednesday, December 18th. That's this week at 7 p.m. at the Brunton Auditorium. Hey, you got some news?
Yes.
What do you got?
The Vogue.
No, that was my news.
That's your news?
Oh, yeah, it was. But I'll try to find new news real quick.
I was gonna source our own CHMA website.
I was too. I have the Erica Butler article open in front of me.
Okay, well here I'll summarize it super quick in the way we usually summarize news.
Yes.
Myself more than yourself.
Yeah, I don't summarize. I just kind of read the articles.
Yeah. Okay. So the Vogue, folks, has been purchased. It was up for like tax sale.
Yes, it was.
And there was some pretty real doubts about the future of vote.
Yes, there was.
So some people who are already invested in the community, the Ernsts, who are most often associated with the Cube or the low oxygen rate fruit freezer here in
Yes,
town.
for not raspberries, for cranberries.
Yeah, predominantly, but also blueberries and perhaps
Is
other
that
berries
right?
as well.
I
Yeah.
thought it was just cranberries.
Other berries.
In any case.
Anyway, one of the most advanced freezers in the area. Never actually checked it out. I think Prime put a high power protector on the side.
Didn't Sappy Fest do this?
I don't know. Did they?
I think it was either Sappy Fest or Sackville Film Festival during COVID.
Really?
Did just that.
Projected onto the side of the
I do
cube?
believe so.
I'm really sad I missed it. I always had the idea that you put like Tetris up there.
Yes, I think that would be wonderful.
And then people could wait in an online queue
Yes.
to play Tetris projected on to the queue.
Yes, we do know the contact information of these people, correct?
The people who were in charge of Tetris?
The people in charge
just
of
passed
Q.
away recently, the inventor of Tetris. I mean, the last year.
I think doesn't just the Russian government own Tetris at this point?
I mean, I don't think it's spyware or nothing. It's just Tetris.
But no, I think you more need the permission of the Cube people than the Tetris people.
If we had to look into it, we could. Needless to say, the Vogue has been purchased by one of the Ernsts.
Yes.
Which
Ernsts.
which is great.
Yeah.
Because listen, it's no surprise people in the Tantramar regional municipality. There's some holes already in downtown.
Yep. 100%.
Sackville.
Literally at this point, unfortunately.
Yes. And I mean, I think you and I probably both have positive associations going to the Vogue.
Yes, we
some
do.
Some live music.
You see, in your old Plasket.
Yeah, we both saw Plasket there. That's true.
Yeah.
But maybe the odd movie,
Totally.
and like it's it's a cool spot. And there's doubts expressed in the article which read on CHML as well.
Yes, you can.
That like the building's been vacant for a couple of years.
Yep.
Really tough on the whole building.
Yep.
Just because it's been purchased and people are enthused about it, that's not a road to success in itself.
Not yet. Not necessarily.
But it is certainly a sign of hope.
Yeah.
And I was really pleased to read about it.
I'm hopeful about it as well. I was reading about it too, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at CHMA again, of
Yes.
course. To a newer article, also by Erica Butler. This one is about the Tintamar Community Band.
Okay.
So it's been a busy year for Tintamar Community Concert Band, formerly known as the Sackville Citizens Band. The key word in our new name is community, says musical director Rob McLeod, and we are trying to start involving the community and more in what it is we are doing. In 2024, that meant a performance at the Sackville Remembrance Day ceremony, which I was at, and it was beautiful, and it was seeing them there was actually really wonderful. Also, of course, offering for the Tantramar Seniors College. I also saw them at concerts in the park this year, and that was also wonderful.
There you go.
It was basically based on the inner workings of a concert band, says McLeod. We studied some scores and took a look at how a concert band is built and how that works. They even tried some basic conducting skills. This is at the Seniors College, of course.
Sure.
And then got to sit in on a couple of rehearsals and watch musicians practice, which is really cool. This Thursday evening, the band caps off their year with their annual winter concert, again at the Mount Allison's Brunton Auditorium.
Sure.
We're just shouting out.
Yep.
Featuring a large variety of musical styles. And yes, there will be some seasonal stuff at the end.
Okay.
For some,
I'm not against Christmas music.
I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying that.
Do I want to play it on a radio show that is 50% mine?
No.
Maybe. Next week, we'll give the people a
two
Christmas tune. Or
maybe one or two. After this week, the concert band will take a break up until spring 2025. McLeod's hoping that the band continues to see growth in musicians and resources. The current band is 25 members. McLeod is hoping there's more musicians out here in the Tantramar community interested in helping the band grow. It's amazing what a small ensemble can accomplish, he says, but in my perfect world, I would love to have 60 members with a full percussion section.
Ooh.
And all the bells and whistles, literally. That's the Tantramar Community Concert Band. They're playing their annual winter concert this Thursday at the Brunton Auditorium in Mount Allison Conservatory of Music on Main Street. The show starts at 7:30 on Thursday, and admission is by donation. Hey, if you play a bell or whistle or a musician in the Tantramar community, maybe a little bit further. Kazoo is an instrument, and there are kazoos in concert scores.
Washboard?
It depends on the score, yeah. You could probably do washboard. You would be what is called auxiliary percussion. We have a word for it.
Of course there is.
That's what we're looking at for the events going on in the news, the events going on around town, and now I need your gold star.
My gold star. Okay.
Second one of season 2.
Oh my goodness, the pressure is
on.
So I actually found this gold star while I was looking for news.
Okay, yes.
Because the town is in charge of some flower beds.
Yes.
And there's been a lot of talk, a lot of push the last couple of years, the idea of like pollinators, pro-pollination,
sure,
the no-mow maze, and the getting flowers that feed bees.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we already gave a gold star to bees.
You know what? I'll look it up right now.
I don't need to know. I think if we haven't, I'll give one to them. I'll give them a bonus because bees are great.
We have not given a gold star to bees.
Oh, I'm giving it to the bees then.
Giving it to the bees.
Because it's not, obviously not their time to shine. They come out in spring. Some of them bumble. Some of them
stumble.
Just bee.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, if you're really into like
the letters of the alphabet.
No, I was gonna say existential evaluation. If you're into philosophy,
to being or not to being,
the bee's got it covered.
The bee does have it completely on both sides, not to be and to be.
It's, I'm sure papers written about this.
At least one,
and if not, that's a freebie, folks.
A free bee. Hey, another bee is going to be my gold star.
I wasn't done. Go ahead.
Oh, what was?
Well, I was just like, I like the idea of having we're a town built on marshes, built on pastures. I think it is just a little concerned about what might amount to 300 square meters of pollinating space as we sit next to several thousand acres of. And that's not don't diminish it. It's one of those things that just because you should do.
Yeah, totally.
Right. It's like the people who fight environmentalists because they're like, that won't make a meaningful change. It's like, no, it won't, but it makes a change.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't.
You say you shouldn't.
You don't stop doing a little bit of good because someone else can do more good.
Yeah, exactly.
But I do find
it's funny. We could still laugh at it.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
And the bees, they might not laugh.
I don't think they can. I don't know anything about bees other than they shake their butts at each other to talk.
It's like the
dance. I'm doing a little dance in the break.
One of us has to talk to bees.
It's me.
It's you, man.
I got the hip set. Don't lie. Mine is also a bee. Last name B. Last name Butler. We haven't given it to Erica Butler yet.
No?
We have 100% given it to Bruce Wark at some point.
We scoop so much news.
Yeah, from Bruce Wark and Erica Butler. It really is a shame that it's taken to season 2 to give a gold star to Erica Butler. But Erica Butler, who is the reporter, journalist for CHMA.
Stop by the break room here at the airport. Your gold star is waiting.
Yeah, you just come on over anytime.
On the shelf next to the picnic table.
Right next to the picnic table. Some of the bees might be there too to pick up theirs. So that's week 54's Isn't that crazy?
Boy,
Season
it's
2's
wild.
episode 2's Erica Butler MPs are our gold stars. We're going to some shout outs. I'll do mine first. I'll let you.
I'm queued up.
You're queued up?
Yeah.
Here, knock it out of the park. Here's a softball.
I get to start?
You're going to start, yeah.
Man, I'm not usually awake at Sunday at 11
Super fair. At night or in the morning?
p.m. Sir.
That's fair. I'm definitely not awake at that time.
Post midi.
Yeah.
I think that's what that stands for, right?
It's like, yeah, it's probably like something about the meridian, right? The prime meridian. I don't know.
Oh, that sounds way better than the English-French hack up. Anyway, deep dives on the radio.
Yeah.
Riley Nixon.
Yeah.
He's going to do all the deep diving for you and
Perfect.
bring up the pearls.
I love it. I don't have to do the deep dives and I get the pearls. That's a win-win.
Yeah, especially for some of those who aren't great swimmers,
Yeah.
musically or otherwise. Tune on in. What about you? You're going to tell folks what they're up to next.
I am, because right now we're, around 6:35-ish, let's say. Maybe 6:30.
6:41.
Maybe. Who knows? We don't. We certainly don't. We are genuinely guessing. But I do know at 7 o'clock, right after this, on CHMA, formerly known as Under the Needle, is live on KXP, bringing you their very best, world-renowned live in-studio and remote performances. Each week, they're bringing you a new live session from emerging artists and well-established acts spanning styles, genres, and cultures. They've had everyone in the world, Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, Florence and the Machine, the Lumineers of Monster and Men, Arctic Monkeys, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, Mac DeMarco, Alabama Shakes, and we've had a bunch of Canadians on here as well, looking at Tegan and Sarah to Purity Ring, Jeremy Dutcher from this side of the country, our favorite band, Sloan, and of course, the very maritime band, killer math rock band, Elephant Gym.
Oh,
You can check them
Kings
out.
of Math Rock.
You can check them out at kexp.org or at YouTube/KEXP. Right after that, Sundays at 8 p.m., we have Black Atlantic, a primarily Black Atlantic-centric podcast, website, and media channel with a goal of bringing Atlantic POC voices to the world. Hosted by Clinton Davis and Hilary LeBlanc. You can check them out at www.blackatlantic.ca. Follow them on Spotify and visit their YouTube page. And then we got, following at 9 p.m., we have the night shift with Luca Capone.
Oh, you never know what you're going to get with Luca
Never
Capone.
know. I don't know if Luca Capone's using that yet. He really should. Like,
Man, we're
he's
doing all the work for him.
he's got such good shout-outs every single week. I hope he knows it. Spinning a diverse, adventurous mix of sounds ranging from psychedelic jazz to experimental hip-hop with a heavy focus on Canadian and independent artists. I'm looking for a song.
Yeah. Okay, so I was out in the community. Actually, I was in the airport lounge. One of our regulars was flying through.
Oh, yeah.
And, as we do here, we're also the barkeeps at the airport
Of
lounge.
course we are.
As well as
We
the air
haven't got a lot
traffic
of jobs
controllers, as cattle herders. and
Yeah.
Baggage trolley operators. When you're a small airport, man,
You
it's
got to do a lot of
hats.
things, a lot of hats, yeah.
And I was talking about the Macmillan Camp boys again.
Oh, yeah, they're
And
great.
this person flying through, friend of the show, was like, they're coming back.
I didn't know that.
They didn't want to promise January. They said it might be February.
Okay, but they are.
They're gonna be flying through.
They're coming
They're gonna
through
be playing
again.
a tune, which threw me back to when I had the pleasure of seeing them.
Yes.
Now this was full disclosure, Halifax, not here in Tantramar.
That's fine.
But they were playing the new Maritime Waltz. But before they started, they explained that there have been multiple iterations of Maritime Waltz.
Mm-hmm.
But in folk music, you're off the hook. The get out of jail free card is to say
The new. Yeah.
So this is go on.
They can also try to get a sponsorship out of one of my favorite beers recently from the new Maritime Beer Company.
Oh,
who have the new Maritime Music Festival coming up.
Oh, where is this?
The festival, I can't remember where it is.
Where's
but
the brewery?
the brewery's up Miramichi. It's some freaking good.
Oh, yeah.
Which I had one earlier tonight. We both have had some freaking good before. It's a real good beer. It's some freaking good beer. Yeah, they have a music festival coming up too with Joel Plaskett, Grand Theft Bus.
Oh, man.
I think Slowco might have been announced as well.
Oh, so you're going.
Oh, 100%.
Anyway, those all sound like great bands.
I'm saying this song, the new Maritime Waltz,
If they played their cards right, they could sneak on. If nothing else, they should be able to sneak on up to the big folk festival. I know that's one of the world's
it's the world's longest, I believe.
Longest running. Yeah,
it's got a long history.
Got some.
Has quite a bit of prestige. Here is the McMillan Camp Boys with the new Maritime Waltz.
The doors to the hall were ajar. I saw some old friends at the bar. We work all through the day to hear the band play that new Maritime Waltz. It was then that she walked across the room. My heart felt the pangs of desire, like the first breath of spring. My heart it did sing that new Maritime Waltz. I approached her with quivering hands, with intentions to ask her to dance. But before I could say, we started to sway to the new Maritime Waltz. We danced and I asked her name. Like a whisper of wind she did say, and though she was near, I failed to hear over the new Maritime Waltz. We swayed till the tune reached its end. She winked and then she walked away. And still to this day I remember the way of the new Maritime Waltz. And still to this day I remember the way of the new Maritime Waltz.
Thank you for listening to that song with us.
Yeah, it's such a good song. Thank you to CHMA for hosting and broadcasting. You can check them out at chmafm.com and chmafm on all the socials.
And we're on all the socials too.
We are.
All the important ones.
All the important ones.
I learned about some new ones this week.
Blue Sky. Is that the one you learned about?
No, I learned about some weird, it's the Harry Potter specific one. And I was like, wow. This is a thing that exists.
That's some learning that I don't currently have. I love it. It's not like there. Pottermore, is it?
Yes.
Yes. Love it. Okay, I do know about Pottermore.
Okay.
Anyway, we're not on Pottermore. We might be soon.
Oh,
who knows? Dear. But if you do miss an episode, you can check us anywhere you get your podcasts. Signing off.
Have a great evening, folks.
Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring, ting, ting, ring. Come on, it's lovely where the boys sleigh ride together with you. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you. Come on, it's lovely where the boys sleigh ride together with you. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, let's go. Let's look at the show. We're riding in a wonderland of snow. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, it's grand. Just holding your hand. We're gliding along with the song of a wintry fairyland. Our cheeks are nice and rosy and comfy and cozy are we. We're snuggled up together like birds of a feather would be. Let's take the road before us and sing the chorus of come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Ba-da-ba-da, 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 ba-ba, ba-da-ba-da, ba-da-ba-da, ba-da-ba-da. Yup, 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 let's go, let's look at the show. We're riding in the wonderland of snow. Yup, 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 it's grand, just hold your hand. We're gliding along with the song of a wintry fairyland. Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring, ting, tingling. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you.
Well, here I am, down on Christmas, after being up all year. Broke my hip, cocked the grip, and my good wife disappeared. I hit the floor like an apple core when Doc took me off of the beer. It's hard to be down on Christmas after being up all year. After being up all year, I can't find any cheer. It's hard to be down on Christmas after being up all year. Yeah, here I am, down on Christmas, and I can't eat nothing fried. Had a slice of meat that was cut so thin, it only had one side. I feel a lot like a dirty sock that Santa Claus won't come near. It's hard to be down on Christmas after being up all year. After being up all year, I can't find any cheer. It's hard to be down on Christmas after being up all year. Here I am, down on Christmas, and to add to my concern, I got some coal in the kitchen stove, guaranteed not to burn. And I'd like to tell that guy with the bell he can go shove it into his ear. It's hard to be down on Christmas after being up all year. After being up all year, I can't find any cheer. It's hard to be down on Christmas after being up all year. Here I am, down on Christmas, and my credit's off at the store. A religious group sent a box of soup, but it came to the guy next door. I thumped the wall, but he never called, and I'd like to say right here, it's hard to be down on Christmas after being up all year. After being up all year, I can't find any cheer. It's hard to be down on Christmas after being up all year. It's hard to be down on Christmas after being up all year.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and old lang syne? For my dear, for old lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. I've run about the hills and pulled the daisies fine, but we've wandered many a weary mile for old lang syne, for old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne. We'll take a cup of kindness head for old lang syne. Of kindness yet for old lang
Last Boxing Day the wife went out, the white sails for to sea. In trunk load lots, bought half-price paper and tinsel for the tree. I packed it up for use this year in a box I marked so plain. That stuff would sure be handy now, but it's never been seen again. At last I'm ready for Christmas, I'd even finished the tree. At last I'm ready for Christmas, like I thought I'd never be. With my feet propped up by a hot fire and a matching inside glow. At last I'm ready for Christmas, with nearly 2 hours to go. We swore this year we'd start up early, no need to rush around. The intention was to start in August when the prices still were down. But it was dentist this and new bike that, and the money melts away. So I had to wait for Christmas bonus and did it all yesterday. At last I'm ready for Christmas, I've even finished the tree. At last I'm ready for Christmas, like I thought I'd never be. With my feet propped up by a good hot fire and a matching inside glow. At last I'm ready for Christmas with nearly 2 hours to go. We must be fools, just look at that pile, you can hardly see the tree. We said this year we'd keep things simple, then did our usual spree. But it feels so good when the kids go nuts, it's worth the toil and strain. These kids are only this young once, and they'll never be so again. At last I'm ready for Christmas, have even finished the tree. At last I'm ready for Christmas, like I thought I'd never be. With my feet propped up by a nice hot fire and a matching inside glow. At last I'm ready for Christmas with nearly 2 hours to go. At last I'm ready for Christmas, I've even finished the tree. At last I'm ready for Christmas, like I thought I'd never be. With my feet propped up by a nice hot fire and a matching inside glow. At last I'm ready for Christmas with nearly 2 hours to go.
Sailing in on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day in the morning. And what was in those ships, all 3 on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day? And what was in those ships, all 3 on Christmas Day in the morning? Mary and Christ were there on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. The Virgin Mary and Christ were there on Christmas Day in the morning. I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day in the morning. I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day in the morning.